Which of the following have coral reef? ഇത് ഭയങ്കര എളുപ്പമാണ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചെയ്യാൻ. Except one. സുന്ദർബൻസ്. ബാക്കി എല്ലാം ഉണ്ട് അവിടെ. മാംഗ്രോവ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. അത് നമ്മൾ എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇത് ഒരു നോൺ ഫാക്ട് ആണ്, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ്. അതർവൈസ് യു വിൽ ടേക്ക് 1 2 3 4 നോ ഇഷ്യൂസ്. പക്ഷെ ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് അറിയണം സുന്ദർബൻസിൽ ബാക്കി എല്ലാം ഉണ്ട്, അതുകൊണ്ട് അവിടെ എന്തില്ല, wetlands illa. Your answer is A. Sorry, coral reefs illa. 1 2 3. Sundarbans primarily consist of mangrove forest, not coral reefs, due to high എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണെന്ന് അറിയോ, high sedimentation that inhibits the growth of corals. Corals ഭയങ്കര സെൻസിറ്റീവ് ആണ്. ഹൈ സെഡിമെന്റേഷൻ ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ കോറൽസ് അവിടെ ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. Fine. Then see this. What are corals? There are two types of corals. Which are they? Hard corals and soft corals. And what are hard corals? They extract calcium carbonate from seawater to build hard white coral exoskeletons. In simple way, they are the engineers of reef ecosystem, and measuring the extent of hard coral is a widely accepted metric for measuring the condition of coral reefs. മനസ്സിലായോ? They built their own calcium carbonate by extracting calcium carbonate from seawater. Now, soft coral reefs in പ്രത്യേകത, they attach themselves to such skeletons, but they built that. Clear? ഇതാണ് അതിന്റെ ഒരു വ്യത്യാസം. Okay. Built by their ancestors. Soft corals also add their own skeletons to the hard structure over the years. These growing, multiplying structures gradually form coral reefs. Clear? Now, then fringing reef, barrier reef, atoll reef, fringing, barrier, atoll reef. And now tell me Lakshadweep, atoll. Great Barrier Reef, barrier reef. Tell me one example of fringing reef. Gulf of Mannar. Then this one, 1,200 mile long Great Barrier Reef of the northeastern coast of Australia is the world's largest area. GBR, okay, fine. This is very important. Note this. Ideal conditions for coral growth. First and foremost, one is stable climatic conditions. Why? Because they are highly susceptible to quick changes. It's coral bleaching. Then they grow in regions where climate is significantly stable for a long period, and that is the reason they are mostly found in equatorial oceans with warm ocean currents. But all corals are in the tropical area എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ തെറ്റാണ്. കാരണം all corals are found in shallow water എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ തെറ്റാണ്. Why? Because scientists have found deep sea corals and also polar area corals കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്. Okay, fine. But this is the basic idea. Then very important, perpetually this one, warm water, and that is the reason they thrive in tropical waters, 30° north to 30° south. Got it? The temperature of the water is around 20 degrees Celsius, and you know what is diurnal temperature and annual range of temperature. Okay, geography class we have discussed it, and ranges are very narrow. Now tell me, this is the most important point. We have already observed that they are found in warm water. Okay, say this. Why are corals absent on west coast of tropical continents? Cold currents. Clear? Because they need warm water. Very important. And also shallow water. Corals requires fairly good amount of sunlight. Why? Because they require what? Sunlight. The ideal depth എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഏകദേശം 45 to 55 meter below sea surface ആണ്, where there is enough sunlight available. Then they need not fresh water, clear salt water. That is one of the reason Bay of Bengal means Sundarbans illathu, because it is not clear sediments and also fresh water intrusion from rivers. Got it? And clear salt water is suitable for coral growth, while both freshwater and highly saline water are harmful. They need abundant plankton. Why they need abundant plankton? Because adequate supply of oxygen and microscopic marine food called plankton is essential for their growth. As the plankton is more abundant on the seaward side, corals grow rapidly on the seaward side. You need plankton, that's it. Then little or no pollution. Pollution undavan padilla. Why? Corals are highly fragile and are vulnerable to climate change and pollution, and even a minute increase in marine pollution can be catastrophic. Got it? So their temperature around 20 degrees Celsius, warm water, shallow seawater, clear saline water, 30 degree north to 30 degrees south. All those are very important. Okay. Now, corals and zooxanthellae. Many invertebrates, vertebrates, and plants live in close association with the corals. Corals are it's a symbiotic relationship. With tighter resource coupling and recycling, allowing coral reefs to have extremely high productivity and biodiversity, such that they are referred to as tropical rainforest of the ocean. UPSC asked a question in 2022 or 2021. If wetlands means why wetlands are called kidneys? Simply they can frame a question. Why tropical corals are called tropical rainforest of the ocean? It's not because they are found in 30 degree north to 30 degree south. It's because what? High productivity and biodiversity. Because of the close association with the different marine organisms. Got it? Very important. Then, somebody please read this. Scleractinian corals build skeletons of calcium carbonate sequestrated from the water. These corals come under phylum Nidaria and they receive their nutrient and energy resource in two ways. They use the traditional Nidarian strategy of capturing tiny plankton organisms. That's technical not important. Then we have zooxanthellae. Zooxanthellae are they are autotrophic. They prepare their own food. Autotrophic എന്ന് പറയാം. Zooxanthellae are autotrophic, means prepare their own food. They are microalgae belonging to various taxa in the Dinoflagellata. Okay, and so it's a symbiotic relationship between corals, coral phylum, coral polyps, and zooxanthellae. Got it?